Hey guys, this is Saralyn again, here in my living room, and I want to show you a few exercises that you can do during the first 10 weeks while you're still able to lie on your stomach that will strengthen your back and shoulders. And this is even more important in pregnancy because if you're like me, I've noticed that as these have gotten bigger, I've started slouching a little bit more, and I think also in part it's just that we're exhausted in the first 10 weeks. And so we may not be exercising as much. The muscles of our back might not be working as hard to hold us erect and upright. So these are really, really great exercises for you to do to counteract that. And especially as you go through pregnancy, you're not going to be able to lie on your stomach anymore. So this is a great time to really try to draw some awareness to those muscles in the upper back and get them a little stronger. As always, please ask your doctor before doing any of these exercises. Make sure your doctor knows exactly what you're doing and make sure that you get it cleared by your doctor to proceed. If you have any pain whatsoever, discomfort or pain, please make sure you stop. And I hope I don't have to tell you that. You should be listening to your body at this point. And remember that the baby and your health and safety is the most important thing. So if you have any pain whatsoever while doing any of these exercises, please stop, talk to your doctor before going on. Okay, so I have in front of me a towel because this is something that everybody has in their house. We're going to be using this underneath the pelvis at points in time to help relieve pressure on the lower back. And you want a towel that's about 1 to 3 inches in thickness, so you might want to fold it up. You could also use a book or a magazine if it has the same thickness, or some people might have those exercise foam pads, not quite as big as a yoga block, that's a little too big for this purpose, but if you have say like a 1 to 2 inch foam pad, that would be perfect. So we'll just keep this to the side for now. I'll put it back here, and we're going to get started by lying on our stomach. And just so you know, at this point in time in the first 10 weeks, your baby and your uterus are nestled pretty nicely right behind your pubic bone, way down here. So you shouldn't feel too much pain or discomfort. If you do, of course, don't do it. But just so you know, at this point in time, lying on your stomach should not be a problem. Okay, you're going to be lying on your stomach. I'm going to face this way. And we're going to start by resting our hands right underneath our forehead. And we're going to do a few pelvic tilts. So just to remind you, this is your pelvis down here. You should probably all know that by now, I hope. And we're going to be working on tilting the pelvis to warm up the stomach and the lower back and hopefully bring it into better alignment so you're not clenching that lower back when we do these exercises. So first, just relax. You'll notice that my pelvis is kind of dropping forward. You might see a little lift in my butt here. You might have a little bit of space under your hips. We're going to try and get rid of that. So what I want you to do is take a deep breath in through your nose, breathing in deeply to the bottom of your lungs. Exhale as you pull the belly button in, rock the pelvis backwards. So if you can't quite see, I'm tilting my pubic bone down this way towards the ground and pulling in through my belly. And then I'm going to let it go. We'll do that again. Exhale. And then inhale. As you do this, I want you to use your stomach and your hamstrings primarily. Try to avoid clenching your butt. Inhale, go back to a relaxed position and do 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, you should feel like your belly is pulling in slightly away from the mat and that you're hugging your baby into your spine. We'll do it 1 more time. Inhale to relax. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Now, I want you to try and maintain that slight pelvic tilt and keep your pelvis flat on the mat. So let me just show you something real quick. When I'm relaxed, my pelvis is not flat. You'll notice that my hip bones are dropping deeper into the mat, these hip bones up here, right? And my pubic bone's kind of coming away from the mat. So what I'm trying to do is tilt the pelvis back slightly so those 3 points, the 2 hip bones and the pubic bone, are level and have even weight on the mat. It's the same place that you would wear a bikini. That triangle should be flat. Okay, and you're going to endeavor to keep it that way the entire time. So going back to that slight pelvic tilt, hold that and take your arms out in front of you. Let's warm up the shoulders with some shoulder shrugs. So you're going to inhale to slide the fingertips away from you. Exhale, pull the shoulders down your back. Inhale, slide the shoulders away from you. Exhale, pull the shoulders down your back. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, this is where you might choose to use your towel. If you feel like your lower back is starting to clench when you do those exercises, put this right under your pelvis, and then lie back down. I'm going to slide down a little bit. There we go. Taking the arms out in front of you, and then you do those shoulder shrugs again. This will help you to keep some tension out of your lower back and allow you to move the shoulders a little bit more. Okay? So moving on, let's do some arm lifts from here. So we've got our arms out in front of you. I want you to try one more shoulder shrug, sliding up, and then slide the shoulders back down. Now from here, keeping your thumbs up towards the ceiling. Tighten the belly, keep that slight pelvic tilt so that you have your 2 hip bones and pubic bone equally weighted on the mat. Inhale. On your exhale, float the arms off the ground. Place them back down. Let's do that again. Exhale, float the arms up and back down. As you do this, what you want to be thinking about is lifting the arms from the shoulder blades so that you're not lifting into your neck this way, but instead you're sliding the shoulders down, lifting from the lower trapezius muscle. Back down. Let's do 2 more. Up on an exhale. Inhale down. You can float your nose right off the mat if that helps. One more time. Lift. And back down. Now from there, I want you to fold your hands under your head, and we're going to lift the legs. So this is a back and booty workout. So we're working the muscles of your back and your bum. So here's your bum part. You're going to keep your head on your hands. Tighten your stomach. Make sure you still have that slight pelvic tilt. Let's rotate the legs out to the side, so knees and toes face slightly outward. We're going to lift one leg at a time. On an inhale, stay here. Exhale, lift your left leg. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back down. And again on the left, exhale, lift. Inhale, back down. Now, if you start to feel any pressure at all as you lift your leg, there's a good chance that you're starting to lose that abdominal connection. You might be lifting your leg too high and therefore tilting your pelvis forward. And so instead, what I want you to do is readjust the pelvis, lift the leg a little lower. Okay? Right leg one more time. Now, inhale from here. Let's lift both legs. Exhale. It's helpful to think about keeping your pubic bone anchored as your legs lift up. Do that again. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down one more time. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Now we're going to come back to both of those exercises in a bit. First, let's bring the legs together. We're going to go into what we call Superman. You're going to bring your arms down by your side. Now again, if you start to feel any tension whatsoever in your lower back, and no matter what you do to pull in your belly and tilt your pelvis, it's still there, then use your towel underneath your pelvis. From here, arms are down by your side. I want you to turn your hands so they face down. This will help you open your shoulders. Let's start with just a shoulder roll. You'll inhale here, exhale, roll the shoulders back. Let's inhale to release. Do that 2 more times. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale to release. 1 more time. Exhale. Now hold it here. Inhale again. Keep the belly pulled in. Baby into the spine. Pubic bone on the ground. And I want you to exhale to lift the head, neck, and chest. Inhale back down. Your bottom rib will stay on the mat. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale back down. And again, exhale, lift. Float the hands up, back down. 2 more. Roll the shoulders back, lifting up. Try not to lift your legs while you do this. We're really trying to isolate these upper back extensors. 1 more time, lifting up and come back down. Now, what I want to show you, if you lift and you notice all the weight goes into your lower back, your butt might pop off the mat, again, that's when you would use this towel. Let me show it to you once with the towel. You put yourself right on top of it. It's a little too high for me right there, so slide it down. You want it kind of like hip bones to lower belly. Then from here, keeping the feet down, I'm able to lift a little bit easier this way because this is helping me get a head start on that pelvic tilt. Let's try it 1 more time. and back down. So you should feel these upper back thoracic extensors as well as maybe a little bit in the cervical extensors. Okay, building on that, I want you to now lie down again with your hands under your forehead. So we're here, elbows out to the side. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, I want you to soften your chest into the mat. If this is at all painful on those swollen breasts, then go ahead and use that pillow underneath your hips. That will give you a little more space. Inhale from here. Exhale, lifting the hands, the head, the chest, and the elbows. Back down. Try to keep the feet down. Again, exhale. Roll the shoulders down your back. Keep the pubic bone connected to the floor. Again. Think about peeking out in front of you from underneath your thumbs. I want you to think about an out and an up. Instead of just lifting off the mat, slide it out and up. And back down. 2 more. If ever this feels like too much work, go back to the arms by your side. Now, coming back down, we're going to go back into that long arm position, arms reaching out in front of you, thumbs face up. Do 1 more shoulder shrug from here. Slide the arms up. Exhale, pull them down. Shoulder blades stay down away from the neck as best as you can. And we're going to exhale. Let's lift the arms first and then the head and chest. So you exhale and back down. Now, if this is at all pulling on your lower back, the first thing you can do is widen your legs. Try that again. Exhale and back down. If you can keep the legs together, try that. Exhale. Back down. Let's do 3 more. Exhale. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Try to keep your ears higher than your arms. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhaling up and back down. Very nice. Now we're going to put all of those movements together into one. It's called the breaststroke, just like the swimming stroke. Starting with your hands here. Legs together if possible. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the pelvis. Feel that length grow in the lower back. Feel the belly pull in. Pubic bone makes contact. You may separate your legs if that's more comfortable. Inhale from here. As you exhale, stretch the arms over your head, right by the side of the ears. Inhale, circle them around and lift your chest. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, circle, open the chest and shoulders, bend the elbows, slide them past your face, circle and lift. Let's do 4 more at tempo. Exhale. Work on those shoulders sliding down the entire time. 1 more time. And float your way back down. Now let's give ourselves a nice little stretch here. This is called shell stretch. It's kind of like child's pose, except for your legs are together. Arms out in front of you, round forward. Now in this stretch, to make it more active, push your hands away from you. You'll feel a nice curve in your lower back. Take a few deep breaths. Now remember that when you're doing these exercises, this is a great thing that you can do at the end of any workout. So you can add these into any cardio workout you do. And I would recommend actually that you continue with cardio. This is not enough for a standalone necessarily, unless you're really having one of those exhausted days. But this is at least something that you can add in to keep you strong and supple throughout your pregnancy. So now come back on your stomach again. Using the pillow if you need to. Arms out in front of you, legs wide and separated. We're going to make a little bit of a narrow X with the arms and the legs. With your head floating right above the mat, take a deep breath in. Tilt the pelvis. And from here, sliding the shoulders down, you inhale again, and on an exhale, float both arms and legs off the mat. And come back down. Let's do that again. Exhale. Inhale down. We'll do it 2 more times. Exhale, trying not to change your back. So you're trying not to change the alignment of your spine as your arms lift. Let's do 1 more. Exhale. And come back down. Now, one thing I want you to think about in this next series of exercises, are the 5 points on the front of your body. Those 5 points are the 2 bottom ribs, the 2 hip bones, and the pubic bone. Those 5 points should remain equally weighted on the mat while we do our swimming. What you might notice, some people have the tendency to rock side to side, and especially as your body grows and changes, this becomes even more of a problem or a tendency that people have. So what I want you to do is continue to hug the baby into the spine. The amount of movement that your legs and arms have is solely dependent on your ability to keep those 5 points on the mat. So if you start to feel like one point is lifting, minimize your movement, make it slower, and make it more controlled. So lying back down again, find those 5 points, 2 ribs, 2 hips, pubic bone, arms and legs reach long. You're going to inhale to lift both legs and arms off the mat. So inhale here, and I want you to exhale to lift the right arm and left leg higher. Switch, inhale, switch, exhale, and switch. Try not to let your shoulders creep up into your neck. Keep your body very stable and steady. Two more. One more. Float long, come back down. You might notice that your shoulders want to creep up as you go through this exercise. I definitely do. So just readjust when you can. We're going to try that a little faster now. So faster swimming. Slide the shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Pull the belly and baby into your spine. Inhale. Float everything off the mat. A little faster. Exhale for 5 counts. Inhale for 5 counts. Look at a point right in front of your face on the mat. 2 more sets. Tighten the muscles in your lower shoulder blades and your belly. Now hold and float. Lower back down. Sit back in your shell stretch one more time. Round through the back. Now from here, here's another delicious stretch for you. You're going to put your elbows down on the mat. Let's widen the legs a little bit. And I want you to curl the toes under and slide your way back with your hips, letting your chest drop towards the ground. Pull your belly button in. Take a few deep breaths from here. You should feel a nice stretch in your upper back. Maybe in your shoulders too. If this is too much on your shoulders, turn your hands this way. Now, from here, we're going to come back onto all fours. I want you to lie on your stomach one more time. We have one more little series of exercises. The first thing we're going to do, take your hands behind your back. Turn your head towards one side. Clasp your hands. Feel your thumbs slide down your spine all the way to the bottom of your tailbone. Let that straight arm pull. Roll your shoulders back. Turn your head to face down. Pull the belly button in and start to lift off the mat. And then lower back down. Let's try that again. Inhale, slide the thumbs down. Roll the shoulders back. Open the chest and lift. Lower back down. Inhale, sliding the arms down. Try to keep the heel of the hands close if you can. Back down. Again, if you have any pain, take your arms down by your side. Try it again 2 more times. Sliding it down. Lift. Be careful that you don't overextend the neck. So what you don't want to happen is this, right? Keep the neck long. If you cannot have a conversation without straining the voice, that's a good sign that you're up too high with the head. So one more. Lift. And back down. Okay, from here, put your hands under your head. Let's do a little heel squeeze. Widen your legs. This is your booty portion. Flex your feet, pull your heels together. Tighten your stomach, keep the pubic bone on the ground, and I want you to squeeze your heels together tightly 3 times, getting tighter each time. So it's an inhale to keep them relaxed, Exhale, squeeze 1, 2, 3. Inhale, release. Do it again. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, release. Notice my knees are not lifting yet. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Try to keep the stomach strong. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Exhale. Now, if you want to increase that intensity, you can lift your legs too by doing a squeeze, lift the knees, lift the knees. However, you don't want to let that lift of the knees rock you into your lower back. So, you only lift your knees if you can keep your pubic bone on the ground. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, and release. All right, from here, let's go into Swan. You're going to take your legs out, keep them wide, bring your hands together. Sometimes in Pilates, we do Swan with the legs closer. However, because of the growing belly and because of the tension in the lower back and all of the changes going on in your body, let's keep the legs a little wider for more support. Hands start here. Slide the shoulders down. I want you to go carefully and cautiously into this exercise. Pull the belly button in and the baby. Pull your pubic bone to the mat. Inhale, start to lengthen your neck, pulling the ears away from the shoulders. Start to lift your spine one vertebrae at a time. Go only as far as you can comfortably before you start to feel any kind of pull or tension. Roll back down. So we don't want to be overdoing the front of the body. If you feel like it's too much of a stretch, hold back, don't go as high, okay? And then the other thing is, as you start to lift again, pull those shoulders back. See if you can float your hands off the ground. It should be a workout for your upper back and shoulders, more so than for your arms. Come back down. Again, inhale. You can exhale if you want to go a little slower. Make sure your pelvis is in the right position. Come back down. One more time. As you start to lift up, keep the pubic bone connected to the mat. Now on the way down, pull into your hands, lengthen through the spine to come all the way back down. Let's come up one more time, and I'm going to show you one more modification to make this a little bit more advanced. Only do this if you're comfortable doing it. If it hurts or if you just feel a little uneasy about it, doubt means don't do it, okay? So you're going to start lifting up. Inhale. From here, tighten the belly, tighten the legs, let your body rock forward as the legs lift. Inhale, back up. Again. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. And then lower your body all the way down. Sit back in your child's pose or shell stretch for a moment. Now, one thing about that last exercise, it's called Swan, slow rock. As you start to go further into your pregnancy, that will become uncomfortable. You're going to notice that you feel like you're rolling on the baby. So don't do that. When you get to that point, please just avoid it. There's no need to. What you can do in substitution for that is to do just the upper back lift and then just the legs lift. Just the upper back lifts, just the leg lifts. You don't have to put it together into a full rock. Okay, so that's your back and booty workout. Add this into any cardio exercises you might do next time, tomorrow hopefully, or today, and I'll see you again really soon. Thanks.